Hello, all. Today we are going to discuss about the difference between a business analyst and a Scrum Master. Now, these two roles, a business analyst role and Scrum Master role, they have a lot of similarities, but then there's a lot of differences too. So, say for example, a business analyst for say let's start with business analyst. So a business analyst is somebody who's a liaison, so meaning there will be an IT team and there's going to be a business team, and the business analyst is going to be in the liaison, so he or she is going to be the connecting link between the IT and business. And a business analyst would be involved in gathering requirements. So say for example, if business needs a drop down, then the drop down or a radio button or a new page, then the business analyst would document the requirement and hand it over to the development team. So that way, the business analyst is a liaison, and if the business wants to say something to IT, then it has to come through the business analyst. At the same time, if the IT is going to say something to the business analyst, then again it has to go through the I'm sorry, if the IT is going to say something to the business, again it has to go through the business analyst. Now, this is the role of the business analyst. So, three key terminologies would be liaison, facilitator, and then somebody who's going to document the requirements. When it comes to Scrum Master, a Scrum Master is someone who's going to facilitate meetings. So, again, that's where the similarity lies, but then a scrum master would be more involved in maintaining the Jira board, uh, making sure that all the agile methodologies and agile ceremonies are being followed properly. Will be it's more of a management oriented role. So a scrum master would be facilitating the daily scrum meetings, uh, sprint review meetings, sprint retrospective meetings, sprint demo, sprint planning, and all the backlog refinement sessions and all this. So a scrum master would facilitate a lot more than a business analyst. So if there's going to be a planning poker involved, a planning poker game involved in a sprint planning session, then the scrum master would be coming up with the game. A scrum master would know how to assign user story, a story points to different user stories. So this is what a scrum master would do. So that role is more management oriented. So it's inclining more towards management. It is not an out and out management role, but then it's inclining more towards management. And then it's also inclining more towards facilitation and then less towards documentation. A business analyst should be coming up with business requirement document, system design document, and all that. But a scrum master will not be proactively coming up with all these documentation. So this is what a scrum master will be doing. It was more of a facilitation role. It's more of the scrum master would be involved in teaching the team how to do agile, how to practice agile. At the same time, the Scrum Master would be facilitating. The Scrum Master would be assigning story points to user story. I mean, the Scrum Master wouldn't do it himself or herself, but then would be facilitating the process where the developers would be assigning the story points. So the Scrum Master would set up all the groundwork for the developers to assign story points. The Scrum Master would be setting up all the ground rules for them to do so when it comes to assigning story points to the user stories. There's a lot of other things that a Scrum Master would do too. But I want this discussion to be as brief as possible. So, in a nutshell, a business analyst's role would be inclining more towards documentation, would be inclining more towards systems, whereas a Scrum Master role would be inclining more towards management as opposed to system, and facilitation as opposed to documentation. There's less documentation when it comes to Scrum Master roles. So this is the difference between a business analyst role and a Scrum Master role. And So that's about it. So hope you are able to gather something of essence from uh, this very short discussion. So do subscribe and do subscribe and have a nice day. Thank you. Thanks for your time.